As temperatures soar across Sydney, the battlegrounds for the highly contested seat of Bennelong are also heating up, as campaigns on both sides double down in the last few hours of voting. The by-election, which is seeing a face-off between former State Premier Kristen Keeley and Member of Parliament John Alexander, is proving to be a hotly contested and closely watched race. A loss for Mr. Alexander on Saturday would leave the government with 75 seats, meaning the coalition would no longer have a majority in the House of Representatives. Yet on the day of polling, the voting centres in the northern Sydney electorate have been plastered with a series of negative campaign posters against each party. Posters spotted at various voting centres told voters to send Turnbull a message, as the Labor Party seeks to redefine the poll as a judgment of the Prime Minister's leadership. Other posters depicted Keeler next to former Labour ministers Joe Tripodi and Eddie Obeid, the latter two who were found to have engaged in serious corrupt conduct while in cabinet, saying that let Labour do it to you again. Yet on the day of polling, a barbecue menu at the voting centre at Gladesville Public School went for a lighter approach, advertising a series of political-themed democracy sausages, including a Bennelong Bruiser sausage sizzle. Voters could also opt for a Section 44 roll, which features a dual sausage and onion on a roll, referring to the constitutional section prohibiting dual citizenship of parliamentarians. The menu, which depicted the electorate's namesake, Woollera or Bennelong, also offered Das Jeri, last, drinks and an overdevelopment special. While temperatures have soared into the 30s, a swath of high-profile politicians including Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull and Opposition Leader Bill Shorten have visited the various polling centres to offer their support for the candidates. Mr. Turnbull, who ate a democracy sausage early in the day, acknowledged it was a very, very close contest when he and Mr. Alexander met with voters at Gladesville Public School. Treasurer Scott Morrison, Defence Minister Marise Payne and Leader of the House Christopher Pye were also out supporting Liberal incumbent John Alexander in the North Shore electorate. Mr. Alexander's campaign was met by a group of added attention protesters on Saturday morning donned in T-shirts saying detention equals torture. Meanwhile, Mr. Shorten, who was joined by opposition infrastructure spokesman Anthony Albanese to campaign with Ms. Keeler, said the election was an opportunity to send the Turnbull government a message. We know this government is out of touch, and here in Bennelong the people have a chance to say, pull your socks up, mate, he said while at Ryde East Public School. The polling will close at 6 p.m. on Saturday. With AAP.